Hello everyone. Whenever you heard the name electric vehicles, which word hit in your mind first? I know what hit in your mind first, and that is auto rickshaw. Because we see that everywhere, every time, at every corner of the Dhaka street. Jokes aside, this is Mohammad Fahad Khan. Today, me and my team hopefully will give a clear insight into electric vehicles and the future of it. Now, moving to the historical development of electric vehicles. You might have think that the first EV vehicles was introduced by Elon Musk by a company called Tesla. If you really think like that, you are absolutely wrong because it was first introduced at 1830s. But after the petrol and diesel engine vehicles was introduced with some great feature, the market was crashed. And again, after 1917, when the oil crisis was at its peak, again it came into the market. And some mentionable development was seen on the time. But right now you all know what is actually happening between Tesla and BYD. Now, moving to the importance of electric vehicles. So, as we all are moving toward the word called sustainability. So, if we think about it, then this is the best example of it because it doesn't create any air pollution, it doesn't even create any noise, and also it is more cheaper than oil and diesel engine vehicles. And now, finally, I will move to the current electric vehicles market. And right now, you all know that what is actually happening and the actual growth of it. And it is just not like a small mentionable thing because it has just created $1 trillion market. Though we have some little infrastructure issue in the third world country, but in the first world country, it is just growing rapidly, and also it has created a big market outside in the industry of vehicles. So that was all from my side. Hopefully my teammate will give you more insight of electric vehicles.
Good noon everyone, this is Bandhu Adhikari. Now let's talk about the key benefit of electric vehicles. Firstly, they are environment friendly. They produce zero carbon emissions, which is good for prevention of air. Secondly, they save money. How? Lower fuel consumption and better operating performance. Thirdly, they produce a quieter operational efficiency where motor easily torqued up and then they long way to perform. Now, how electric vehicles changes our cities? The main problem of cities is traffic pollution. So, as we can see, most of the cities people are recently uses electric buses, electric taxis or electric scooters as well. Here, government plays an important role for the growth of electric vehicles. Firstly, they set standards of fuel emissions. For that, manufacturer can produce their emission standards as far as government knows. Secondly, the government infrastructure related where the charging stations is built everywhere to produce easy movements. Third, sometimes government offer tax incentives, which is good for lower manufacturing cost and ultimately it is more affordable to everyone. And finally, EV are more challenging sometimes. First of all, high initial buying cost because it is not affordable to everyone to buy a new one. Secondly, when high power or extreme weather is occurred, it is not quite well. And third, when the range calculation, it is not definite that every time a car must go through the same distance, which is a disadvantage as petroleum cars. So this is from my portion. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum everyone, I am Shadi Alifal. Now I would like to discuss the environmental impact of electric vehicles using a SWOT analysis. At first, let's look at the strength. Electric vehicles produce very little air pollution, they are quite environmental friendly and have lower maintenance cost because they have fewer moving parts. Now the weakness, the biggest problem is the high purchase cost. Charging stations are still limited in many places and charging takes more time than filling up fuel vehicles. Next are the opportunities. Battery technology is improving every year. Government are also giving support and incentive and more charging stations. Finally, the threats. Electric vehicles depend on battery materials like lithium, which are limited. Battery recycle is also challenging. Now let's go to the slide 10. Charging infrastructure development. To support the growth of electric vehicles, charging infrastructure must also expanded. The process begins by assessing the current availability of charging stations. Next, suitable locations are identified based on traffic patterns and user demand. After that, funding is secured through government support and private investment. Collaboration with local authorities and stakeholders ensure smooth implementation. Finally, continuous monitoring and maintenance help ensure reliable service and improve the overall charging experience. Now let's go to the slide 11, future trend in electric vehicles technology. Looking ahead, the future of electric vehicle technology is very promising. Autonomous driving is expected to improve road safety and reduce traffic congestion through advanced AI systems. Battery innovation will lead to faster charging, longer driving range, lower cost, and more sustainable battery materials. Lastly, connected infrastructure, including smart cities and intelligent transportation system, will enable real-time communication between vehicles and roads, making transportation safer, smarter, and more efficient. Overall, electric vehicles will play a major role in creating a clear, more sustainable future. That's all my portion. Thank you, everyone.
Hi everyone, I am Ridwan. My student ID is 20220107173. Today, I am going to break down the market outlook and strategic growth drivers for the electric vehicle industry. Starting with slide 12, which is about market forecast for electric vehicle industry. If you look at the trajectory here, honestly, what stands out to me first is how this market is spending. We are seeing a projected annual growth rate of 25%, pushing global sales toward 14 million units in the near term. From what I see, this growth is not just driven by consumer interest in sustainability, but I think it's heavily backed by technical progresses, especially improvements in battery safety, higher motor efficiency, and reduced charging times. Moving to slide 13, which is about renewable energy integration. This is where the market gets technically interesting. The real goal is not just deploying more EVs, but making sure we are actually charging them using green energy from the grid. That 15% jump in the battery efficiency shown here is huge. It cuts down the cost per mile, making EVs more cheaper than the traditional gasoline cars. I think which really clears the path for target of 30 million EVs by 2030. Finally, looking at the slide 14, I think this is the physical backbone of the whole transition. The data shows private investment is up to 50%, but what really moves the needle is joint investment. We are seeing roughly $15 million targeted towards charging infrastructure through state and federal programs. I think most importantly, government funding covers the huge cost of placing stations everywhere, while private companies supply the fast charging technology. In short, it takes both sides working together to build a reliable nationwide network. So I think the scaling of the EV market requires three things working together. Firstly, better technical innovation, green integration, and lastly, strong public and private funding. So that's my part. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Now I'm Mohammad Sarwar Raihan. Now I will discuss the future opportunities of electric vehicles. As more people use electric vehicles, the electric vehicles aftermarket will continue to grow. It includes battery recycling, fast charging, specialized maintenance, software updates, accessories, and fleet management. These services will create new businesses and jobs. Battery recycling helps reduce waste, while fast charging stations make electric vehicles travel more convenient. In the next slide, here is the topic policy recommendations. The electric vehicles industry needs strong government support. Government should provide tax benefits, financial incentives, and build more charging stations. They should also support battery research, promote electric public transport, and encourage cooperation between the public and private sectors. These steps will increase public confidence and encourage more people to choose electric vehicles. In the last slide, here is future mobility and conclusion. Electric vehicles will make transportation cleaner, smarter, and more sustainable. Their goal is to reduce pollution and provide better mobility for future generations. In conclusion, electric vehicles are not just a new type of vehicle. They are the future of transportation. With better technology, supportive policies, and proper infrastructure, electric vehicles can change the way we travel. Thank you, everyone.